So this is just a brief showing of my day. So it starts like 4 something in the morning on my way to work. When I finally get here, it's 4 something. Still dark outside. Only a couple cars in the parking lot. And I walk through the door. Of course, no smoking. You know, walk in. As you can see, it's empty. There's nobody in here. It's just us making the donuts in the morning, like 2, 3 of us. That's my little desk right there. See, I got my little AirPod chargers and everything. We got to do some work to that screw right there, too, later on. But I'll go past all of that. That's all the material on the rack and everything that I cut or process. Going to the time clock right now. Yeah, it's an old school time clock. I got my card in slot 11 for the 11th month, It's 450. Accepted. Let's burn forward a little bit. This is my supervisor, Mark. He's trying to look busy on 3 screens, even though there's nothing to do. He's pretty cool, though. And then we come to the burn table. This is called the burn table. It's really a laser table, but they laser out all of the plates into shapes like this for different equipment fittings. And I'm going to let y'all see him get some cuts in. Watch your eyes, watch your eyes. Probably should have put the welding shield in front of it, because it gets, you see it. It get a little funny in your eyes. Don't look at it too hard. Watch your eyes, watch your eyes. Even recording it and watching it while I'm doing this voiceover, I look directly at the light, mess my eyes up a little bit. So don't look at it if you don't have to. But these are some more laser cuts. It cuts to a pattern that's in the program on the screen, and those all are going to get welded onto something else, a bigger piece of equipment. They look like fish almost, but they're not fish. So the laser cutting, laser, more lasering. I had my glasses on, but I should have put some glasses on the front of the camera. And then we got Rufus. So Rufus is doing some welding. Once again, watch your eyes. Welding, grinding, all of that. Watch your eyes. This is Quiz. Quiz is making, I think, a platform. I'm not sure, but that's made out of mild steel. Professional work right there. These guys know what they doing. And then me. Y'all might be like, well, why am I just walking around recording? Because I'm not a welder. And I pretty much do what I want to do anyway. Watch your eyes. It's my man, Jaleo. He got some work to do. But he ain't doing it. We be shooting this shit all the time. I told him, boy, just look busy real quick. I just want to get you looking like you working. That's why he's smiling like that. Because we be shooting the breeze all day. This is George. He got some stuff he putting on the curling machine. It's going to roll it all up into curved sections of whatever piece of equipment. This is Isaiah. Isaiah is my guy. I said, look busy, Isaiah. He said, I got you. This is Dustin. Dustin's hilarious. Every time he sees me, he was like, Carl. This is Yab. Fix your hat, sir. Fix your hat. You're not doing no work. Then we come back to my man, Rob. He's basically QCing right now, and if he got to fix something, he fix it. He almost fell, but I turned the camera around right before it happened, so y'all didn't get to see it. This is Tay. Once again, another good welder right there. I mean, he got his welding shield on, safety first. This is Isaiah. I call him Zay. It's my man Zay right here. He chipping off the little beads after you Add to your weld, make it look good. This is Kyle. He's in charge of shipping. That's my guy right there. Look at Kyle. Kyle crazy. And then this is Mark Kahn. This is my other guy. Back to the burn table. Looking for some material. Wasting time for real. You know how we do. Gotta look busy. I say look busy. We can't have you not looking busy for the video, bro. Everybody gotta look busy. Because I'm taking the video, which means we definitely were not busy. But anyway, this is what we be doing. So he looking for the material. You see he getting his dance move on because of that big guy right there. That's a speaker. He be having it sounding like Kirk Franklin stomp first thing in the morning over there in his section. It's all good. And that's the forklift crew. You know, they speed around on the forklift, low cold outside. They out there moving the material for us, in and out. You see he hopped off the joint like he was hopping off the horse real quick. You know, they loading the truck, get him up out of here, zip him up and get him up out of here. That's their little outside office. This the yard material. We got to come out there and get it, bring it in, cut it up, put holes in it, whatever we got to do. This is back to Yep. Yep finally decided to do some work. So I said, oh, all right, you doing some work? Yep, let me come over there and get you doing some work. So he is on the shear right now. So he's going to take that plate and slide it in there and going to slice off where that line is. So we got to use that to push it in because it ain't no space and the piece is so small. That whole thing come down and chop it. So you definitely don't want your hand nowhere near that while that's happening. Got to take your hand off. You see the thing right there? Take your hand off. So you push it in, push the button, hit the foot button. It make a loud noise too, but I couldn't have the noise over top of my commentary. But it definitely make a loud noise like. All right, yeah. Hit the foot button. Is it lined up? Make sure it's lined up now. Get your hand out of there. Hit the foot button. Go douche. And then it's sliced. Get that piece on out of there. Yeah, get it out of there. Get it out of there. Watch your hands. Watch your hands. Then you got another one. Put that one on there and just chop it down. Bang, bang. Got to be careful. It'll take your whole hand off, though. You definitely don't want those troubles. That's the town drunk. His name's Mike Black. I'm just joking. This is the wheel that I was talking about we had to replace. Got a little ahead of myself in the video, but this is before we took it off. When I came in, it was already on the floor, so that part of the video I misplaced. But so we had to assess all of that to get that off of there. It was pretty hard to get off, but once we got it off, everything was cool. And we put the other one back on. You see all of the stuff everywhere. We had it all took apart, so we had to fix this across it and make like a pulley. So once we made the pulley, then we pulled it off. This is Black Mike. His name is not Black Mike, but we got a Mike Black and he's Black Mike. And this is Ray. Ray is shooting sparks everywhere. And this is the saw once we put it back together. And I had to start cutting some stuff, so pretty much get back on the saw, cut some stuff, and that's about it. So while I cut, I gotta make sure everything is back operational. First of all, make sure we put it back together correctly, because I don't work for Marvel, so I have never known about taking stuff apart and putting it back together. So you always got to make sure that it's back together when you take it apart, or else it could be bad. It could be really bad. But I got a couple pieces here that I'm gonna cut. I think it's 3x3 by 1/4 inch that I'm cutting. So I'll cut a few of those, and then I'll stack them, have to label them, and all of that. But this is my job right here. I finally decided to do some work after I was recording everybody else working. That's kind of crazy, right? I finally decided to do some work after everybody else was working. But pretty much, this is my day. I stay back here. There's nobody really back here. So I really get to do what I want. Oh no, those were pipes. I was cutting pipes. So those were for liquid transportation system. So I had to label those, make sure those are good, and then put them up. It's not difficult. Sometimes I have to drill, cut keyways, stuff like that, but not hard. And most of the day I'm bullshitting anyway. Excuse the expression. I try not to have too much to do. When I do, I run through it so fast, so it's just like, what I'm gonna do. You know how that goes. Well, maybe you don't. I don't know. But I have pretty much all creative freedom at work. My supervisor stays right over there in his area, like you seen him earlier. Last but not least, this is Sam. I didn't get Sam. He was already done by the time we finished. Once again, thanks for watching, though.